Hello and welcome to Joanne's Healing Within. I am your host, Joanne Angie Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, a student of astrology, master of numerology, and the creator, which I almost forgot to put in my hand, the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast deck. And today I'd like to take a moment just to remind you to share, like, and comment on today's show. It's very important that you share, like, and comment on today's show because I'm going to be handing out some prizes, giveaways, and even a surprise, but you do have to play along. Otherwise, you don't win. So again, share, like, and comment on today's show. I'd like to give a big shout out to all of my advertising sponsors, which I do have a list of names, and there's also a flyer. So you can catch their contact information should you wish to connect with any of them. And we'll start off with my famous astrologer, which is Kendra Greer. We're going to move right down to Diana Brad, which is our business consultant. This is a really good time to connect with her because we are moving into the fast lane as we move into April of 2021. Remember, you heard that from me. So you're going to want to get your business in order or start your business up. Then we have the Three Crones and the Woo Woo, which airs live on Facebook every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. However, change to that at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, just to a scheduling conflict. Then we have Nick Rafter. He is our journalist, a writer, and editor. This is also a great time for writing. So there's going to be many of you out there who's going to be looking to start write a book, even start a magazine, hint, hint, and perhaps even start a blog. So connect with Nick Rafter for that. Then we have Natad Bradley. He's our mystic warrior. Where was I? He's our Mystic Warrior Academy CEO. He's a master teacher and he's amazing. So connect with him if you are interested in donating some time, because he's definitely worthwhile having a conversation with about his academy. Then let's move into Dee Hampel. She's our founder of Dee Hampel Associates of Consulting. She has an amazing journal that she just printed and it's available. So connect with her for that. Then we have Rihanna Sun. She's our subconscious mind specialist, intuitive business coach, and co-creator of the Alignment Academy. So those are our advertising sponsors that keeps this show running. And of course, behind the scenes, that really makes the show run is Bobby, the CEO and the owner of Paradise Studios. So a big shout out as well to him. Now, I'd like to just set the tone and the energy for today. And in case you're not aware, I am the guest for today's show. And in a little while, I'm going to be really tapping into a whole lot of information about numbers, numerology, and astrology. But before we go there, of course, I'm going to pull out my cards to give you some insight to what you need to know for today, what chakra you might want to focus in on while we're taking down all this amazing information. And also, there's going to be a number that provides a hidden message. So let me pull out my deck and see what's going on. See what's going on. See what is going on. What do we need to hear today? What chakra do we need to focus on so we could be in perfect alignment to the things that we are looking to attract? And I am just so loving this card that is showing up. I'm hoping that you can really see that. And the affirmation is change. And I really want you to think about that word today, change. As when we think about the word change, theoretically, anybody that follows my show on a weekly basis and anybody that knows anything about numerology know that this year, this particular year, 2021, carries a vibration of 5, which actually means change, freedom, and what I like to call surprisingly unpredictability. Because unpredictability does not necessarily mean it has to be heavy. It could be surprisingly nice. So when we think about this card here, the change, what changes are you ready to implement so you can be in a perfect alignment to those desires? Because remember, just because we changed over the calendar doesn't necessarily mean things are just going to magically change by themselves. It does require your work, your action, in order to see change. So no matter how small or how massively big those actions are, it does require you to do it. The chakra associated is the throat chakra. And what advice I'm going to give you today, the one thing I suggest that you definitely work on changing is the inner self-talk. The inner self-talk. Because what we tell ourselves really, really is the main recipe to, the main ingredient rather, to what's going to show up for us in our world. And we spend all day with ourselves. And I think, scientifically speaking, and based on research, I think we actually talk to ourselves about, I think 500 to 600 times a day. That's a lot of dialogue that we're having with ourselves. And a good portion of that dialogue, sadly to say, I think 60% of that dialogue is dedicated to negative self-talk. So my advice to you today is to take a moment and redirect or change the channel for that matter regarding what it is you're saying to yourself. That's self-talk. Because that self-talk needs to be uplifting, positive, and full of gratitude. So that's what you'll be able to see going forward. And that's how you're really going to step into the changes that will occur in your life, especially this year. Now, I know many of us might be feeling a little down and not hopeful based on the year we just came from in 2020. But I want you to look at this in a different view. I want you to really evaluate what you learned in 2020 about yourself, what you learned in 2020 about business in reference to the different businesses that expanded in 2020, and maybe some of the businesses that actually closed down in 2020. But what did you learn about you? And how can you take what you learned about 2020 and apply it into 2021? So it really is about the throat chakra. And the conversations really start off with what you're saying to yourself. The number is 5. And when we think about the number 5, the 5 again, change, freedom, and unpredictability. How would you like to see change in your life? In every area of your life. It doesn't matter if it's related to business relations, or if you want it related to your relationships, or you want it related to your health, whatever area of your life, or all of it for that matter. How would you like to make changes take place? How would you like to have freedom in your life? What does freedom mean for you when it comes to your life, personally speaking? Because again, the change that we're looking for externally based on what we call the collective energy, the world, that change really has to come from within each and every one of us on an individual level in order for us to see the massive change come from the external world. So you, me, and everybody else is responsible for ourselves and the changes that we want to endure and make happen so things can fall into place for what we desire. We are in total control of those changes when we begin to tell ourselves how amazing we really are and that we can create whatever it is we want to create and that we are worthy enough to creating it. Because I truly believe that if you can think about whatever it is you're looking to create, it's already there in your mind's eye. You can actually see it. Now all you need to do is believe that you deserve to create it and then make that magic happen. So again, chakra to focus in on is the throat chakra. To really allow yourself to get in the habit of speaking positive thoughts and come out of that negative Nelly attitude and move into positive Pete for that matter. And be in that high vibration energy so you can manifest those changes you're looking to manifest. The changes does come from you. It doesn't come from anybody else. If you are looking for someone else to change so you can change, you have the wrong attitude. Change has to come from you. If you really want something to shift for you, you have to be the one to take that step. We cannot sit back and wait for someone else to do something in order for us to do something. Because if that's the case, we will be waiting forever. So whatever it is you are looking to bring change to, I invite you today, on this powerful day of January 10th, 2021, to do just that. So with that being said, We're going to take a quick commercial break. And when I come back, I'm going to be diving into our conversation, the topic of the day, which is all about numbers, numerology, and astrology. And I'm inviting you that when we come back to have a pen and paper, because the entire show is informative. The entire show is based on insight and information that you're definitely going to want to write down. I'm going to be focusing on highlighting conversations, and I'm going to be focusing on things that you can implement into your life immediately. There's not going to be a thing I'm going to share today that's going to be a waste of time. So again, when we take this quick commercial break, I'd like you to grab some water, grab a pen, grab a notebook, and find a comfortable position to sit in so you can be in a comfortable space to take notes. We'll be right back. Hello. Are you ready for the age of Aquarius? I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, a student of astrology, master of numerology, and the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast deck. I would like to invite you to come join me for a one-day class on February 11th, 2021 at 8 p.m. Eastern Time via Zoom. This amazing class is the Cosmic Energy 2021 Forecast. During this time, what you will experience is what's in store for you, professionally, personally, and collectively. Redeem this amazing class today at the special rate of $55. Email healingwithin76@gmail.com. Do this today and receive a free 9-card Cosmic Energy Astrological Forecast. That could be your blueprint for the entire year. I do look forward to sharing with you insight on the age of Aquarius. Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. If you are just tuning in, I am your host and your guest, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne. And as I mentioned in the first part of our show, the first segment, if you're just tuning in, remember to share, like, and comment, as it is extremely important for you to do that today, because there'll be some giveaways at the end of the show, a prize, and also a surprise. And because you did miss the beginning of the show, know that you can go back and watch on the replay on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and even YouTube. But we're here now, and hopefully you have a pen, paper, glass of hot water, sitting in a comfortable position, because we're going to dive in. We've just moved from TV into, let's say, classroom mode, because I am here to educate you. I'm here to share some fun facts, and I'm here to give you things that you can actually implement into your day. Things that I do on a regular basis to align me to the energy that's around me. And I'd like to ask you a question. Did you know that the numbers on our calendar, the dates specifically, play a huge role in our energy and also helps us to really set the tone to the things that we can do each and every day? Did you ever realize or ask yourself why some days you wake up feeling really roaring to go and excited, and other days you just don't want to get your butt out of bed? Well, I'm about to answer that question for you right now. So we're going to dive right in, and I want you to pay attention to some dates I speak of. And at the end of the segment, I'm going to be giving you what I call some power dates that I'd like you to highlight on your calendar that's going to actually benefit you for the remaining portion of January, since we're already the 10th day of January. Can you believe? 10 days into the new year already. Wow. All right, so any number that carries the vibration of 1, and these numbers are 1, 10, 19, and 28. If you take all those numbers in numerology, every number gets taken down to a single digit, except master numbers. Well, we'll get to that later. So when we think about 1, 10, 19, and 28, these numbers carry the vibration of new beginnings, leadership, and independence. And when we think of that on those dates, such as today's the 10th, today's a great day to do something brand new, something totally out of your comfort zone. A great day for that. So I'm inviting you to do that some point today, something brand new. When we look at the number 19, the 19 is all about doing something new, but that has a completion to it, a completion. So you're actually putting an ending to it. So it's not just about something new, but something you're going to complete today. So a project that you're going to start and finish today. So a short goal. And then you have 28. 28 is about connecting with a partner, whether it be a business partner or a relationship partnership. But in regards to sitting and having that connection where you and that person are creating more harmony and balance with one another. And again, it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be on a professional level. It could be intimate as well, or the reverse. So that's the energy for those 4 days. So again, this is the power of 1, 10, 19, and 28. Hang in there with me because I'm going to break this down for all the days on the calendar. Then we have the energy of 2. And those days look as 2, 11, 20, and 29. So 2 carries a vibration of contracts, collaborations, engagement, and even marriage. So when you look at your calendar, anything that has that 2 vibration can connect to just that. So let's talk about the number 11. 11 is a master number. Now that's a number we're not taking down to a single digit. We're going to keep that at that number as 11, but recognize that it does carry the vibration of 2, which means that you're going to be doing something in a partnership that actually aligns you to your higher self. And that higher self may mean some promotions in reference to having a meeting and getting a promotion, or collaborating on a higher level where you're actually sitting with mind-like folks and taking your partnerships to a whole different level. So that's the number 11. Number 20 is about, again, a new partnership with potential, because it's got a 0 behind it. And when we think about zeros means potential. So if you're going to have something going on the 20th, a business meeting, know that there's potential behind that meeting. Something is going to come out of it that's going to be really positive. And then we have 29, which adds up to an 11, which again, we don't break that down. So again, because it's coming from 2 and 9, it now means that perhaps that meaning that you had in the 11th is now wrapping itself up in a little bow, and everything works out for its highest purpose. So that's 2 energy. Let's move into number 3, the third day, which is 3s, 12, 21, and 30. The 3 carries the vibration of teaching, speaking, creating, and learning. And what are we doing today? So when we think about the 12 energy, the 12 energy is all about 2 or more people coming together in a group setting. 21, group meetings. You're the leader now. So on the 12, it's about you coming into a group. On 21, it's about you leading that group. How amazing is that? Then we have 30. 30 is your day to create, but knowing that it carries a 0, so there's a lot of potential in that date. Let's move into 4, and I'm hoping you're following. 4 is all about our new foundations, balance, patience, and stability. The numbers that carry the vibration of 4 are 13, 22, and 31. So when we think about 13, it's known as a bad luck number, but it's really a powerful day because anything can happen on that day. New things you're creating and building a new foundation around. Then we go into 22. 22 is another master number where we don't break it down. It's what you are building at a higher level. So that foundation that you are building, that empire that you're building, that expansion that you are building takes place on that day. And then we have 31. 31 is again creating and being that leader. So you're no longer just sitting in the group. Now you're stepping up. Powerful day. Let's move into our 5. The freedom, the change, and unpredictability. You've heard me talk about that earlier if you were here with us in the beginning portion of the show. The numbers that's associated with that is 5, 14, and 23. 14 is where we are building a new foundation, the changes that we're undergoing in that foundation. So perhaps you already have your foundation going and you're going to renovate. Something new is coming in. Then 23. 23 is group. So you're going to be bringing some new people into that foundation because you're expanding. How exciting. Let's move into our 6th energy day. 6th energy day is all about the healing that we're doing, being the healer, focusing on home, and also family. Those numbers associated is 6, 15, and 24. 15 is about the things you want to change. Doing things differently at home, doing things differently with your family. That's the 15. So being at home on a 6th day, which could be the 15th. 24 is how we are changing the partnerships, the dynamics in the household, and really beginning to heal, seeing things differently. The 6th day is a very powerful one. We move into the 7th day energy. 7 is a reflection day, a meditation day, a day to rest, recharge, and rejuvenate. It's also a spiritual awakening day. Numbers associated is 7, 16, and 25. 16, quiet time. Time to go within. 25, that's a day we come together with a group. We might find ourselves sitting with a mentor, a healer, and really taking in some information so you can heal and changing the way you're doing things. Let's move into 8. 8 is all about balance, harmony, and abundance. This might be a day you might be looking at your checkbook, looking at your savings account, looking at your investments, looking at things that you are looking to grow into, expand yourself into. The numbers associated with this one is 8, 17, and 26. 17 is a day of reflecting, a day of quieting yourself down, being with yourself. So you may not want to be out and about too much. However, 26 is a day where you come together to do some serious healing ceremonies. All right, moving into our 9-day. The 9-day completion, transitions, evolutions, and transformation. The days associated with this one is 9, 18, and 27. Think about the 18 as a day of transitions, transitioning into the abundance and seeking deeper evolution. 27 is where you're actually coming together in partnership, where you're seeking guidance for wisdom and perhaps meditating. A day to be quiet in the group. Meditation is very different when we meditate privately and meditate as a group. It's very powerful when you actually meditate in a group because you're gaining a lot of people's energy. So think about that on the 27th. Now, what I'd like you to do here is I'd like you to jot down some powerful days. And there's a lot of powerful days when we come to January. As we actually go from January into February, there's going to be a lot of powerful days. But we have a new moon that's coming in on the 13th, our new moon energy in Capricorn, which is a powerful day, especially for those Capricorns out there, or if you have sun, moon, or rising sign. That's a powerful day that you definitely want to take advantage of building a new foundation around your spirituality, becoming more awakened. And then you might also focus in on the 22nd of this month. The 22nd is all about that balance, but building a better relationship. Building a better relationship. Who do you want to build a better relationship with? And I'm sure many of you are interested to know, what is the day where you're going to meet your soulmate? Well, I always like to say soulmate days are really connected with the number 2. The number 2. So whether that be number 2, number 11, your soulmate days, the 20, especially the 20, because once you've met your soulmate and you continue to see them, there's potential to grow from that. And our rest days are the 7 energy days, whether it be 7, whether it be our 16 energy, that's the days where we want to rejuvenate, we want to recharge, and we want to rest and relax for that matter. I'd like to also point out to you how to play with your calendar. And I believe there is a flyer of a calendar. I have mine here, but there is an image of a calendar. And I have written on the calendar specific dates. And I invite you to use color markers or pencils or whatever it is. Mine's just simply in one color, only because I did this last minute. And on this, what you might want to do, and follow along really quickly. So, for example, even though the date has passed, January 8th was Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn's conjunction. Very similar to the conjunction we had back on December 21st with Saturn and Jupiter, but now there was a trio. And then the next powerful day is the 11th, which I have new contract. So if you are a business owner, entrepreneur, that is a great day, which is tomorrow, to set the intention that you're going to sign up one new client. Or if you really want to be optimistic, 2 or 3, whatever works for you. Then we, as I mentioned before, the 13th is the new moon day. So a great day for meditation. Then let's move down, as mentioned, the 20th, meet your soulmate. So get out and mingle, even though, yes, with the pandemic, it might seem like it's a little challenging to do that, but do it anyway. Then the 22nd, because it's a master builder day, that's a day of expansion. So that's a day where you really want to come together in groups, whether it's through Zoom or whatever have you, and really think about expanding. How do you want to expand on your business? Then the 23rd, which is a 5 energy day. I like to call that a surprise day. So put the word surprise on your calendar and see what surprise shows up for you. And then 25, the 25th self-care day, because it's the 7th. And also, we also have the full moon that comes in on the 28th, another meditation day. And the 30th, which is join a group, again, via Zoom for that matter. So that's how you can play with your calendar and set it up so you can actually get the best of the energy utilizing the days of the week. And in a little while, I'm actually going to also chat with you about the days of the week. In fact, before we take a quick commercial break, let me just throw that at you. The days of the week very, very quickly, just so you have it. Okay, and we'll dive into that very quickly. So actually, you know what? We're not going to do that because I don't want to rush this. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when I come back, I'm going to be sharing with you how each and every day of the week is associated with a specific planet and what that planet's meaning is and how that plays a role in your life. We'll be right back. Get that water break, and we'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Nick Rafter, journalist, writer, editor. I'm happy to be offering copy editing and line editing services at competitive industry rates. If you have a book or any document that needs to be edited and thoroughly looked through, please contact me at nickrafter@gmail.com. Let's discuss how to get that work done. That's Nick Rafter, NICKRAFTER, @gmail.com. I hope to hear from you soon.
Hi guys, I'm Kendrick Cortez Greer, personal astrologer and astrological counselor here in Brooklyn, New York. I've been an astrologer for over 23 years now, providing astrological readings, counseling sessions, workshops, and corporate events all throughout the tri-state area. I've been very blessed and lucky to have clients all throughout the United States and beyond. If you're interested in a reading that is warm, heartfelt, honest, and conducive to speaking to one of your best friends, please contact me at 917-863-7528. You can also email me at kendrickstar@gmail.com. That's Kendrick, STAR, @gmail.com. And for you Insta people, find me on Instagram at Kendrick Cortez Astrology. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Toodles.
Hi, my name is Diana Brandt. I'm a business consultant. If you always wanted to be an entrepreneur and you've got these dreams, you no longer have to have them in your head. I help you with the steps. I'm offering a 15-minute complimentary call, and you can reach me at diana.caremore@gmail.com. Thank you for the opportunity.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. I am your host and your guest, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, and I'd like to welcome you here. If you are just tuning in now, please share, like, and comment. And you can come back and watch on the replay on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and even YouTube. I have so much going on in the brain right now that to try to remember all of this should be fun. Anyway, before I continue with the conversation that we just came out of in regards to numbers, I just shared a whole lot of information about numbers, so you're definitely going to want to go and watch that part later. So this part makes sense to you. But before we dive into the second portion of the numerology, what I like to just do is just throw out an invitation for each and every one of you, especially those of you who are looking to get in front of a larger audience. And I believe there's a flyer for this. I am currently accepting guests and even advertising sponsors at an extremely special rate where you can get your advertising commercial for $33 per episode. Should this be something that you're interested in learning more about and would like to fill a spot on my show and do exactly what I'm doing, where you're sharing your insight, inspiring the audience, and impacting the entire world, feel free to email your bio and a paragraph of what it is you would like to share. You could do that by emailing healingwithin76@gmail.com. And that flyer is there, so just take the information. And I do look forward to having you on my show sometime in February, because I do have some slots available and want to fill up that calendar. Talking about calendars, that's the entire first part of the show. Now, let me get back to what we're here to accomplish. As I mentioned in the first part of the show, we were speaking about numbers, and I was just about to dive into how the days of the week, Sunday through Saturday, play a huge role energetically for each and every one of us. Now, this is going to require some research later, and we'll talk about that later. But did you know that each day is associated with a specific planet? And that particular planet has a specific message and meaning that is going to either give you the the mojo to do what you want to do, or perhaps keep you sluggish. So let's dive right into Sunday, which is today. Sundays are ruled by the sun. So the sun. And thank God where I am, the sun is out. So that makes it really, really easy for me, and hopefully for you, to jump out of bed and want to get your day going. Now, the energy that the sun provides is based off our ego and our soul's purpose. Now, if you are being led by your ego, you're not in alignment to your soul's purpose. So as I mentioned on the calendar, you definitely would want to circle on your calendar the days where you can align yourself with your soul's purpose, which will be your 7 days. That's the meditation, that's the relaxation, that's where you get to go within. So think about Sunday as the ego and soul's purpose day. And yes, our ego does play a role somewhere because it helps us to step into our soul's purpose. So we don't want to knock it out altogether. Then let's talk about Mondays. Now, Mondays are one of my favorite days of the week because it's ruled by the moon. Now, our moon is all about our emotion. And depending on whatever sign, whatever astrological sign the moon is actually sitting in, is going to really determine whether or not we are going to be fired up to do something, or we're going to be emotional, where we're just going to be in tears all day, or we're going to be so analytical, where we're in our head, or perhaps we're grounded. And all that has to do with whatever sign the moon happens to be in. Now, the moon is about our emotions. It really dictates how we are feeling. And as I said, depending on what sign the moon is actually in. Let's move into Tuesday. Tuesday is ruled by Mars. Now, Mars is our planet of war and the warrior. But its message is energy and action. So on Tuesdays, you might be more enlightened to get up and make things happen. You may find yourself having more energy, but also recognizing that this really has a lot to do with where Mars is sitting, astrologically speaking. And in a few minutes, I'm going to share with you where each and every one of these signs are, so you have a general idea. So stay tuned with that, because that's going to come towards the end of this portion of the show. I really want to keep you at your end of your chairs today. Okay? All right, Wednesdays. Now, Wednesdays are a fun day. Wednesdays are ruled by Mercury. Mercury is our planet of communication, technology. Also, it's about traveling and scheduling and planning. So one says you might find yourself wanting to do that. Now, again, going back to that calendar from our first part of the show, take a look at your calendar and see which one of the dates on the calendar would be in connection to a communication day, which may look like on this particular calendar, we've sort of lost those days because we have 20 and 27, actually 13, which is a 4, which might be a great day to communicate and schedule things and create, so just food for thought. Let's move into Thursday. Thursday is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is our planet of surprises and gifts and the spiritual awakening. And it's about abundance and expansion. So again, when we think about the expansion day, the energy of expanding, what do you want to expand? Now, here's a funny thought for each and every one of you. And this is really funny. You might not find it so funny. You might find my sense of humor to be a little warped. But Jupiter, when it goes retrograde, it actually literally slows down our metabolism, which for most part, many of us find ourselves gaining weight when Jupiter goes retrograde. But thank God, Jupiter's not in retrograde right now, so our weight can flow. But do remember that Jupiter is all about the abundance and expansion. Then let's move into Friday. Friday is a fun day because Fridays are ruled by Venus. Now, how many of you know what planet Venus does for us? Since I can't hear you, I'll give you the answer. It's all about love, relationship, and money. And you can actually bring all that together because, yes, I know we all love money. And the big question is, how is your relationship with money? That's the big question. So thinking about Friday and the Venus day, Friday is a really great day to connect with your soulmate. So if you look at your calendar, what day will fall into that on a Friday? Maybe not for January, but maybe for February. Take a look at your calendar. So let's move into Saturday. Saturday is all about Saturn. Saturn is structure and discipline. So it is really a day where most people find themselves doing cleaning, where they're cleaning their house, they're doing the house chores, which makes sense because it's structure and discipline, putting things into order. So that's Saturday's energy. So with that being said, how does all that sit with you? And how can you really align the planet's energy with your calendar and really get the most out of this energy stuff? So again, just tapping back into numerology because that's where we really are in numerology section before we take another commercial break. Do want to make note that again, based on numerology, we are in a 5 collective year. And the 5 collective year is really about change, freedom, and unpredictability. And that's what each and every one of us are experiencing. And very quickly, I'm going to dive into the personal energy for every energy from 1 to 9 using one word. And how do you determine your personal energy? All you need to do is add up your month, the day you're born, and the current year, which is 2021. And that will look like, for example, a 1 energy year is new beginnings. 2 energy year is about partnerships. 3 energy, communication. 4 energy, new foundation. 5 energy, change. 6 energy, healing. 7 energy, reflection. 8 energy, abundance. 9 energy, transformation. And again, how do you determine your actual personal year energy? Is just take the month that you're born, the day you're born on, and the collective energy, which is 2021. So for example, my birthday is March 4th, and the current year is 2021. So my number, when you add those numbers, 3 plus 4 plus the 5 works out to be a 12, which is a 3. So for me, this is my year to communicate, which I think I'm doing a damn good job. So where you can also find out all about this amazing information, coming soon is my brand new book, Healing with Numbers. There's a flyer. And I'm encouraging you to pre-order your book because 15% of the proceeds are going to be going to yeah, sure, my brain is fried, got a lot of information going on, to the Mystic Warrior Academy. So go ahead and pre-order your book. To do that, just email healingwithin76@gmail.com. And everything that I'm sharing with you here, right here today, except for the astrology portion, is going to be in that book. All right, with all that being said, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to be finalizing the last segment of this portion of the show with astrology. We'll be right back.
Hi everyone, I'm Natan Bredbury. I'm a veteran, Kabbalist, mystic, coach, and spiritual mentor. I have been blessed to help many students on their spiritual journey over the last 20 years. I am currently the founder of the Mystic Warrior Academy, and what we're doing is we're helping veterans heal from the inside out, overcome any sort of emotional trauma that they've been through. So if you're a veteran, a therapist, or a coach, and are interested in learning more about our program, you can contact us directly at info@mysticwarrioracademy.com. Blessings.
It's Dee Hample of Dee Hample and Associates Consulting. I am so excited to bring to you today a brand new program I've just created called Maximizing Marketing and Money 365, helping you keep more of the money you make. It walks you through 365 days, yes, you guessed right, of business building strategies and tips, starting with your business plan all the way through to your marketing strategy and advertising. If this is something that resonates with you and you want to know more about it, go to www.maximizingmarketingmoney.com. Thanks. Bye.
Hello and welcome back. I am your host and guest, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne. And for those of you who are just tuning in, remember, share, like, and comment. There will be prizes, a giveaway, and a surprise gift at the end. For anybody who's been here and shared, liked, and comment, know that you can catch the show on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and also YouTube, should you have missed the first portion. So this portion is all about astrology. And it's going to be a really short portion because I like to share with you where each where each planet is, because I've talked about numbers, I talked about the numerology, I talked about how each day of the week has a specific connection to our planets. So now we need to know where those planets are so you can bring it all together, okay? Because I like to bring things together. I like to give you something to work on. So we're looking at Mercury, that's now in Aquarius energy. It's in Aquarius. So if you happen to have Aquarius in your chart, whether it's sun, moon, or rising sign, it's in Aquarius right now. And it's going to be going retrograde, by the way, on January 30th. So be mindful. Then we have Venus, who's in Capricorn now, and she'll be there until February 1st, and then she'll be moving to Aquarius. Mars is in Taurus, and we'll be entering into Gemini come March 3rd, but we have a little while. Then we have Jupiter, who's also in Aquarius. So that makes almost 3 planets that's going to be in Aquarius. Right now, there's 2. Venus will go there shortly. And then we have a Saturn that's also in Aquarius, 3 planets. Then we have Uranus, who's in Taurus. And now Uranus is in retrograde right now, and today's the 10th. So for another 3 days, Uranus is in retrograde, but going direct on January 14th. Uranus is our planet of, like, I like to call it a midlife crisis. It's all about who you are on a deeper level. So it's going to go direct, and things are going to start to go forward for every one of us. So take notice of the massive shifts that are going to take place as that happens for you. Then we also have Neptune in Pisces. And the reason why I share this information with you, because again, and where's our moon? Oh, didn't even think about the moon. How did I forget the darn moon? Where is the moon today? I don't know. I didn't look it up. Shame on me. Oh my Lord. Tragedy. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll post a live later letting you know where the moon is, because that's really the most important thing, the moon, where the moon is. Anyway, no biggie. No biggie. Maybe I do. No, I don't. Pluto is in Capricorn energy and Chiron's in Aries. I have all the planets except the moon. The sun is also in Capricorn energy as well, at least for another week and a half, and then that too is going to be moving over to Aquarius energy. And I want to just tap a little bit on the fact that all these particular planets are literally going to be going into Aquarius energy as we move to January 20th, which actually starts the first day of Aquarius. We will have 7 planets in Aquarius energy. That's including the sun and moon as well. That's going to be a lot of Aquarius energy. And for those of you who are really not sure what Aquarius energy looks like or feels like, Aquarius is all about the intellectual, the logical, the evaluating, the overthinking. And I happen to have an Aquarius moon sign. So theoretically, it does get me thinking. It does get me evaluating. I'm a researcher. I like to analyze things to pieces. So, and that's the energy that most of our planets are going to be in as we move to January 20th. And I share this with you with such passion because I want you to understand how this energy works with our energy system. So with all that being said, I like to just take a moment to again say thank you for being here and joining me today in this amazing episode of Numbers, Numerology, and Astrology. And I will definitely do a live later in reference to where the moon is today, because I cannot believe I forgot to look that information up. I want to say that the moon might actually be in, where was it the other day? I think it was in Taurus energy the other day. So it might actually still be in Taurus energy. Could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Anyhow, again, I'd like to invite you to a couple of things that I have going on, such as for tomorrow, which is Monday, we have our 11-minute meditation and 1 card pull, which actually takes place at 11:11 p.m. Eastern Time. I would love for you to come join me. It is a free event. All you need to do, and I'll give you that email address at the very end so I don't have to keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it. Okay, so that's the one event. And then we also have Friday Intuition Card Reveal, which there's no flyer for. Not yet anyway. That takes place on Friday nights. I post the cards up on Thursday evenings, and you can find that on my Facebook page, and then come join me live on my Facebook page for the card reveal. That happens every Friday night after 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and maybe I'll do a flyer for that. But right now I don't have a flyer. And as I mentioned before, everything I chatted about with numbers and numerology is in my amazing new book that's coming soon, Healing with Numbers. And 15% of the proceeds will be going towards the Mystic Warrior Academy. So I would love for you to purchase that. And you can pre-order your book today if you like. I'll give you that email shortly. And let's see, what other flyers do I have going on? And again, for those of you who are looking to be a guest on my amazing show, to fill up my spots, to do what I'm doing right now, sharing your gift, inspiring others, and sharing your journey. I would love for you to send your bio and also a brief description of what it is you would like to share. Here comes the email, guys, to healingwithin76@gmail.com. I had an amazing day today. I'm hoping you did too. I hope that you found this broadcast to be enlightening and uplifting, and most important, educational, because that was the whole purpose for today. Remember, the card for today was all about the throat chakra, to communicate and to really recognize that your internal dialogue sets the motion for you in reference to the things you want to change. We are currently in a fire energy year, which means change, freedom, and unpredictability. And whatever your personal energy year is, as I mentioned earlier, that is actually the energy that you are in within this year. So if you have any questions about your personal energy and you would like to get a one-on-one cosmic energy soul forecast reading, feel free to email healingwithin76@gmail.com. Now, as I mentioned from the very beginning, prizes, free giveaways, and a surprise. So here goes the free giveaway. For everyone who's watching today, that you shared, comment, and liked, everyone who's done those three things, every one of you are going to receive a free one card reading, cosmic energy reading from me. One card. We'll set up a time where we can connect a one card reading. That's the freebie for everyone who shared, liked, and comment. So it doesn't matter if you're just jumping on now. Go ahead and share, like, and comment so you can get that freebie. The prize. I am giving a prize away. Everyone that watched today, and again, share, like, and comment, your name is going to go into a bucket. And I'm going to pull out one name, and you're going to be winning an opportunity to be a guest on my show. You're going to win an opportunity to be a guest on my show. So anyone who share, like, and comment, you're going to win an opportunity to be a guest on my show. Here is the surprise. Surprise. So that was the prize. Here's the surprise. One person is going to receive a complimentary copy of my book, Declutter, Reshape, and Feng Shui. And again, you have to share, like, and comment. So one person is going to win this, is going to receive it rather. And that name again will also come from a raffle, and one name will be pulled out. So lots of fun things took place today, guys. And again, I thank you all so much for being here. And just one last time, for those of you who are interested in being a guest, feel free to email your bio and a paragraph of what it is you would like to share with my audience. The email is healingwithin76@gmail.com. I do look forward to connecting with you. And I'd like to invite you to come watch my radio show this Wednesday, as I'm going to be sharing about medical astrology. Woo, that's an intense one. Should be fun. My radio show is Joanne's Cosmic Energy Radio Show, featured right here at the same time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So I look forward to seeing you there. I thank you all so much for being here today. I do hope you found this to be very, very educational. Bye-bye for now. Many blessings.